the lovely Starsha. Step right up to the microphone, and it's on. It's hot. 3, 2, 1.
Air signs, welcome to Supernova Moon Tarot. My name is Starsha. This reading is for Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. It's a pleasure to be in your energy. Crosswatchers, you know you always welcome. Returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back. And subscribers, do not forget to hit that bell. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Let's go ahead and tap in. Starting out with your spirit messages, we have terrorist, crucifix, isolation. I love your hair. Your vehicle needs a checkup. Pray each time you enter your vehicle to travel. I'm going to be using the All She Wrote Tarot deck for your reading. Let's go ahead and tap into the primary energy for the air sign. Spirit, angels, ancestors, give me the primary energy for the air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. What's the primary energy for the air sign? We have friends with benefits as the primary energy of your reading. This is also being clarified by karmic debt, clarity, and heightened intuition. It seems like you're in a connection, air signs, and there's no official title with this connection. This relationship perhaps may be karmic with the karmic debt energy here. And I feel like there's a lack of clarity or heightened intuition when it comes to you dealing with this person. I feel like this person blinds you in a sense. I'm getting Eve, love is blind. It'll take over your mind. What you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find. This is very significant for your reading. I'll link the song below. So this is very much so giving a love relationship here. But in some sort of way, this connection, this friendship, it could be prohibiting you in your life. Let's go ahead and take a look at the energy that's crossing for the air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have emotional fulfillment here, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So although this relationship you may find to be emotionally fulfilling in some sort of way, there's still a lack of effort either coming from you or coming from this person. And Spirit is nudging me that the lack of effort is coming from the person that you're dealing with, air sign. What's the root of this reading for the air sign? I'm watching you. But what's interesting to me is that this person is watching you, or you, air sign, may be watching this person. Perhaps the both of you are watching one another in secret here. We have resistance to change coming out here. Now the resistance to change card is coming out in reverse. So I feel like you are willing to make the changes necessary needed for this relationship to flourish, but this desire to change, this desire to put in the effort and the work in this relationship isn't being reciprocated by this person. I feel like whoever it is that you're dealing with, air signs, they could be stalling here. They could be stalling. Let's take a look at a clarifier here for this resistance to change energy using the All She Wrote Tarot deck. What's going on with the air sign here? Who is this person? Who is this person that's stalling here? This person is stalling because they're torn in between you and another lover, you and a lifestyle that they desire, air signs, with this torn in between the two. Give me some more clarifiers here. We have envy in reverse as well. So there's a lot of possessive energy that I'm getting here. I feel like this person wants their cake and eat it too, if you will, with this envy card in reverse. But I also feel that you yourself feel very possessive over this person. But ultimately, it's not moving forward. There are no titles here. You are not emotionally fulfilled, because if you were, you wouldn't be feeling this way. You wouldn't have to do so much investigating. I feel that in your spare time, for some of you air signs, take what resonates for you. You do a lot of investigating, whether it is in the spiritual community. Watching tarot readings about someone is also a form of investigating or spying. I feel that for even some of you may have even gone as far as putting air tags on this person's vehicle. Or this person has done it to you. It's like an unhealthy, toxic obsession and possessiveness that I'm feeling here that could be either coming from you or coming from your person. Let's go ahead and take a look at the recent past for the air sign Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And if you know you're not the one going to the extremes with, spying and things of that nature, it most definitely could be this person, because even though they haven't solidified things with you, they still want you to be under their surveillance is what I'm getting here. I see that some of you all do spend, time alone in isolation here. Yeah, we have karmic connection. We have karmic connection, third eye chakra. I feel that some of you know that this relationship isn't good for you. This relationship isn't good for you, but there's still a desire to have it. We also have divine connection in reverse. There's some sort of attachment here. Now, some of you all could be, detaching from this relationship slowly but surely, overcoming heartbreak here, really trying to release this person. I mean, release them back into the wild. But there's a struggle. There's a struggle with doing so. And I'm getting for some of you, this could be the mother or father of your children. I'm getting for some of you that there are a lot of, economical attachments here involved. And it's been a lot of history here for the both of you. But Spirit is emphasizing for you to take some time out to love yourself. Take some time out to nurture yourself, because there seems to be a lack in that department. Some of you all might be, really busy, whether you're working a lot, trying to provide for yourself and your children here. So many responsibilities. There's a laundry list full. Speaking of laundry lists, day-to-day responsibilities here. I'm getting the energy of single parents here. So we could indeed be dealing with the mother or father of your children for some of you. But for a good portion of you as well, that may not resonate with you having children with this person. Again, for some of you, that may not resonate with having children with this person, but I feel that there's been a sacrifice of self when it comes to bending and folding to this person's will and desires. I feel like collective, Spirit wants you to truly focus on your needs and what you want, what ultimately fulfills you, and not be so willing and so ready and so available to what this person wants and their games and their manipulation here. I feel like in some sort of way, some of you may lose yourself in this person's energy. You may lose yourself in this person's manipulative tactics, because I feel like this person is very good at manipulating you to behave the way that they want you to. I feel like there is something about this person that makes you weak. Maybe it is the way that they are passionate with you in the bedroom. Maybe it is the physical aspects of this person. Maybe it's because of this person's status or, the amount of wealth that they accumulate. But there's something about this person where you submit, you succumb, and you become subjective, or subject, to their ways, to their malice behavior, to their, I don't know. It's this person knows how to get you under their control here. I'm picking up very narcissistic behavior. And for some reason, there's a weakness here and within you, where you bend and you fold, when it comes to this person's will. All right. Even if, the outcome is not necessarily in your favor. And so the energy that's coming towards you is polyamorous connection in reverse and valuable lesson. So Spirit is going to be showing you some things. Spirit is going to be teaching you a valuable lesson about, yourself, what you're willing to put up with, and, the sacrifices, and perhaps even some sabotaging behavior. I feel that for some of you, take it if it resonates for you. Some of you all may have folded to this person's will and desire of wanting to be in a polyamorous connection or polyamorous relationship. You have decided to open up the open door policy with the relationship that you all have just to please them, knowing that you're sacrificing yourself, knowing that it hurts you to imagine this person with someone else, especially on an intimate level. So I feel ultimately that this reading is truly about loving yourself. And the more you love yourself, the less you will settle, the less disrespect you will put up with. And I feel like this person knows that they can get away with so much with you, because I feel that they're sensing and they're preying upon your weakness, even if that weakness is, insecurities of some level here, whether it's your self-confidence, again, it's like they sniff you out like prey. They sniff out your weaknesses, and they pounce on it. They take advantage of it, and it's like the beast and, this damsel in distress, and they just ravish you and really harp on your weaknesses, right? And you love them so much to the point where you sabotage and sacrifice your own self. And Spirit is wanting you to focus on loving you. Okay. And it's sometimes that's not easy. When you've been battered and bruised in the past here, you've got to learn how to love yourself. I can't tell you how many times where I thought I loved myself. And, as I look back, I'm like, wow, I was blinded. That was not self-love at all. I was lying to myself, so it is a journey. And, I'm here to support that journey. And I feel like there are going to be a lot of valuable lessons that, although painful, are going to be significant as you move forward here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the energy as far as how you see yourself at this time. How do you see yourself, my air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius? This person really is taking advantage of the vulnerabilities that you have within yourself. You see this connection as a twin flame connection here. You see this person as your person. And I feel like both of you are on this spiritual path of learning here. And, there are other people involved, clearly, right, with this polyamorous connection, and that you guys just have this friends with benefits situation going on. And whoever it is that they're dealing with, they know about you and they could care less. And, whoever this lover is that you're dealing with, they're very haughty. Okay. They're very arrogant. They will floss and flaunt whoever this third party is around without a care about how this hurts you. But they also depend upon you being there. They know that you're not going to go anywhere. They know that they have control over you, control over the situation. And what you gonna do? Check them about it? What you gonna be mad about it? You're gonna get over it. All I have to do is come and sleep with you, or, run a little errands for you, or, just manipulate you back into a trance here. I feel like you're dealing with a magician here, right? You know about their other lovers is what I'm getting. Their other lovers knows about you, and you're not a threat. And I'm sorry for some of you, take what resonates. This might not be your story, but there's a high level of disrespect here for some of you, and that's why Spirit wants you to really focus on healing yourself, building up that self-confidence, learning to love and accept yourself for who you are. The more you love yourself, the less of this crap you're going to be putting up with. All right. But again, you have a deep attachment to this person here. It's easier said than done to just let go of it here. And this is why Spirit wants to isolate you so that you have no choice but to focus on yourself, right? And there's an emphasis of me, being nudged to tell you to get involved in some sort of networking groups, get involved with some sort of, groups of people who love doing the things that you love to do, self-help groups here, seminars, whatever it is, social media networks here, single parent networks here. Start embracing opportunities to meet other people and putting yourself back out there, because there's an opportunity for self-love, for growth, for healing here. And it's going to work wonders in your life, in your family's life, your children's life, if that resonates. Even for some of you, I'm feeling, a hint of just sadness here, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't like saying the D word around here, but there's just this air of sadness, and I feel like this person comes around and they light you up, but there's a seed of happiness that is inside of you that you don't need anyone else to water. You have all the tools that you need to water that seed yourself, and your angels and your spirit guides are your co-gardeners here, and they really want you to grow within. All right. Again, love is blind. It'll take over your mind. What you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find. You need to know yourself. Self-love is the name of the game for you. And I'm here to help you along your journey here. Now, how does this person see you? I feel like I want to say, how does this person and the people that they're dealing with see you? They see you as new beginnings here. I feel like what this is saying is that this person feels like they can have cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle, and you're always going to be there. That's what they feel like, collective. And for the outcome, we have, I've been looking for love in all the wrong places, and lust. I didn't talk about your hopes and fears. I want to go back to that. Let me take a look at what your hopes and fears are in this particular situation here. We have victory here. So there is a deep love here. Okay, there is a deep love that you have for this person, and this person does have love for you, but I feel like there's a thin line between love and lust. And I feel like this person just sees you as that bottom B. You ever heard, a guy talk about his bottom B, where no matter what, he knows that they're going to be there. No matter what, he can come back home and you're always going to be there, and he can just run off, or she can just run off and then come back to you, and you're always gonna be there. Like, is that okay with you? So at the end of the day, Spirit is pointing out that there's a lot of lust in this connection. And then there's the quote of, I've been looking for love in all the wrong places. And all your guides want you to do is, all of that love that you've been giving and extending, turn it inward, right? Give it to your children, create that safe space for you, your environment here. Find yourself, find you. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at your spirit advice. Let's take a look at your spirit advice. And for your spirit advice, we have, wow, guys, self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is here. Let's read that. Let's read self-acceptance for the air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You are a perfect child of God, and every part of you is wonderful. Your angels guide you to let go of negative self-judgments and to enjoy being you. You are much too hard on yourself. Your angels say to you that through this card, although you enjoy having high standards, it's important to view yourself through loving eyes. Berating yourself only makes your spirit sink. Self-improvement comes from a positive mindset. See yourself through your angel's eyes, and you will see someone who is a perfect and holy child of God. Although you have made mistakes in the past, there is nothing that you could have ever said, thought, or done that would change God's love for you. The angels see past your surface mistakes. They see the beating heart of God within you. They love you unconditionally, and they ask you to love yourself in the same way. So again, your guides are with you. This is all about self-love and raising your standards, raising your vibration, and not let anyone walk over you, walk all over you. All right. So this has been your message. I am here for you to walk along beside you through this journey. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. Thank you for letting me tap into your energy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, be sweet. Thanks for watching and donating to the channel. Love, Starsha.